We are back with another 30-minute runner-specific Pilates workout. All you need is yourself and a mat, and we're going to jump straight in. As always, if you've got any niggles or anything that doesn't feel right, please sit the exercise out or adapt as you feel necessary. Take breaks when you want and do less reps if it is too much at any point. But now we've got that covered, we are going to jump straight in. So I just want you to start sitting down on your mat, legs crossed if you can, if that feels comfortable, lifting up out of those hip bones. And we're just going to start with some nice deep breaths. So think about that Pilates breath. Inhale through the nose, expanding the rib cage. Exhale through the mouth. Keep those shoulders down and back, core engaged, sitting up out the hip bones. And we just start and exhale and inhale and exhale. Keeping that Pilates breath, I just want you to take one arm over, keep the arm near the ear so we really open up the chest, and just take a nice side stretch. Exhale on the stretch, try to keep both sit bones on the mat, and then back up and over through the centre and over to the other side. Again, exhale as we stretch. We're just going to do one more each side. Really reach up and over. And final side. Really stretch out that spine. And then back to the centre. Taking your left arm over your right knee, and we're just going to rotate towards this side. Again, exhaling, opening up the chest, stretch that thoracic spine. And then back through the centre and over to the other side, looking over that left shoulder towards the back of the room. Good, just going to do one more each side here. And last one. Really open everything up. And then back through the centre. Final one, I just want you to reach up above the head, and then I just want you to fold forwards, walk in your hands, take a big inhale and exhale here. Might feel quite tight around the hips and the glutes, just walk those hands forward. And then coming back in. Scoot yourself round, knees are up to the ceiling, stretch that out. Feet are flat on the floor, and we're going to try keep the feet hip width apart, keep the knees parallel. We don't want them to roll in or roll out. Nice flat back, hands just hugging the backs of the thighs, and we're going to just take our C curve. So we're going to scoop the stomach muscles to the back of the spine, and then we roll back to where we feel our core muscles engage. Go to where you feel comfortable. We don't want those feet coming off. And then pull through a nice flat back to finish. And again, take it nice and slow. Really think about rolling down the spine, scooping those abdominals, and sitting up nice and tall. Good work. Keep going with this. Good. Finish it nice and tall. We're going to add a leg lift. So we go back. Hold here, you've got the option to stay, take the arms slightly off, or you've got the option to take one leg and then pop it back down, and the other leg, pop it back down. Keep alternating. If you need to come up in between each one, that is absolutely fine, but really engaging those core muscles, remembering to breathe. Good, just one more each leg. Last one. Take the hands back behind the thighs, and then sit up nice and tall. Legs extended in front of you. Again, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to do some roll downs. So I want you to feel like each vertebrae hits the mat one at a time. If you need to put your hands down in the last bit or the beginning of the up to just give you a little push, that is absolutely fine. Just work within your strength availability at today like you're doing it. So we're sitting up nice and tall, scoop the stomach muscles, rolling down the spine, nice and controlled, One vertebra at a time, keep squeezing. The head is the last thing to hit the mat, and it's the first thing to come back up. So engage those core muscles, squeeze the back of the spine, exhale, peel the head up first, then the shoulders, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Sitting up nice and tall. We go again. Really think about scooping the stomach muscles to the spine. I know I keep saying it, but there's a lot of things to think about. Head the last thing down. Good, last one, coming up. Exhale to come up. Finish it with a nice straight back. Last one, we're taking it even slower to come down. Rolling down. One vertebrae at a time. And then just take those knees to the chest and just gently rock from side to side. Massage the lower spine. And then take those legs up into that tabletop position. Hands go above the head. We're coming up. Exhale. And back down. Keeping those knees at a 90-degree angle. Just push them slightly away from the body. And exhale to come up. And inhale to come down. Good, and again. Really make sure that back is flat onto the mat. Last one, we're going to come straight up into our 100 and we pulse. Inhale for 5 and exhale for 5. And exhale. If you want to make it slightly more challenging, stretch the legs. Last 10 seconds. Inhale. And exhale. And relax. Hug those knees to the chest. And just gently rock from side to side. Good. Place those feet down on the floor. We're going to lift the head, neck and shoulders up. So we're going to reach up, inhale back down, and then straight up, rolling into our glute bridge, nice and high, and then roll back down the spine. You might need to just bring the feet a little bit closer, and arms go above the head. So we lift up into that sit-up position, keep the knees parallel, head back down, and then rolling up the spine, take the arms up, and then roll down, arms go above the head. So we started one at a time, now we're going to bring it all together. So we lift up with the arms, exhale up, come back down, and then as we roll back up, the arms go above the head, and then roll back down the spine, coming up. Nice bit of coordination to think about here. Good, squeeze the spine into the mat, rolling back down as the hips come up. Good, last one. Lifting up. And slowly back down. Good work. Round back. And just hug those knees to the chest again and just rock from side to side. And then we're going to roll onto our side. I'm just going to shuffle down my mat a bit. So here we want the legs, the underneath leg bent. Our hand is either in our head or you can be in the arm, head in the hand, whichever is most comfortable. You want your feet in line with the spine. Feet in line with your bum and that underneath leg bent. And we're just going to straighten that leg just above so it's in a nice straight line with the body. We're going to kick it forward. You've got this hand here for a bit of support. Take it back in line with the body, trying to keep the same height with the leg, and then take it slightly behind. Again, not letting that hip roll backwards or forwards, back through the centre. Take it forwards, back in line, and backwards. And then back through the centre. Good, and again. And back, Really try not to let that hip roll or roll too far forwards. They want to be right on top and back. Last one. And behind. And then back in line with the body. From here, we're just going to pulse that leg up and down. Nice and slow again, making sure those hips are stacked right on top of each other. You can have your head down if that feels more comfortable. Whatever works best for you. Really think about lengthening the leg. We're still working those abdominals, squeezing the stomach muscles to the back of the spine. That leg is going up and down. Good work. That's 3, 2, 1, and relax that leg in. We're going to go with the same leg. This time we're going to draw a circle with that foot. So we take it back up. And from here, I just want you to draw a really tiny circle. Again, hips are not moving. It's just the leg. Don't worry what shape it is. But as long as it's moving in one direction, keep breathing. And then change direction. I can feel the burn. Breathe. That glute is burning. That's 3, 2, 1, and relax that leg down. Give it a little massage if you need. And then straighten both the legs and the head down in line with the body. Again, you've got this hand here for a bit of support, but we're going to start by having that top leg lifted, and you're just going to lift that underneath leg to reach the top leg. Good. Really tiny movement, but you can definitely feel it. Good. We've got 3 more here. Last 2. Last 1. And relax back down. Rolling onto your spine. I just want you to hug the knees to the chest and then take them over to the side, so you're stretching out the glute you just worked. Extend the opposite arm and just looking over the shoulder. Hold that stretch for a big inhale and exhale. And again. And then rolling back through the center. And we're going to switch over to the other side. So again, it's up to you whether your head is in your hand or not, but you want your bum, your feet in line with your bum and your hips nicely stacked. And we're stretching it in line with the body. We've got this hand here for a bit of support. We're kicking that leg forward, nice and controlled. Back in line with the body. And then just behind. Good. Really getting into those glute muscles. Back to the center. And forwards. Trying to keep the leg the same height off the floor the whole way through. It's a bit more challenging than you'd think. Good. Again, thinking about lengthening that leg away from the body. And in line. Good. Last 2. Still squeezing the abdominals. Good. Getting ready for our pulses. Bring it back in line. And from here, we pulse. Deep breaths. Squeeze the abdominals. Inhale. And exhale. Keep breathing, it helps the burn. Last 3, 2, and relax that leg across. Give it a quick massage if you need, and then we're going to go into our leg circles. So mentally prepare for the burn. We're going to lift that leg back up, and then we draw a circle with the leg. Good. Breathe. And then change direction. Good 3, 2, and relax that leg back down. Straighten the body into one long line. Again, you've got this hand for support, lifting that top leg, and then we just lift the underneath leg to meet. Good. Still squeezing those abdominals to the back of the spine. Try not to roll around too much. We've got 3 more. Last one. And relax that leg down, rolling onto the spine. Hug those knees to the chest, and then take the knees over to one side, reaching towards the back wall. Get a nice stretch down this glute muscle here. Big inhale, and exhale. And then back through the centre, and then pop the feet back down, knees up to the ceiling, and we're going to go back into some more glute bridge variations. So hands down the side, we've got our weight through our shoulders, scooping the stomach muscles to the spine. We are rolling up one vertebra at a time. So like I said, the weight is in the shoulders, the hips are nice and high. We're squeezing those glutes, working into our hamstrings. From here, we're going to lift the heels off. So we're working through those feet. Good. Trying to keep the hips the same height. Good. We've got 5 more here. That's 3, 2, and slowly roll back down into some single leg work. So we're rolling up the spine, one vertebra at a time, and then we're going to shift the weight into that left leg, and we're going to take the right leg up towards the ceiling. We're going to take it in line with this knee and back up. So we're really working on that supporting glute, holding us up there. Good. You've got the option to take the leg down and just hold your glute bridge, or if you want to challenge yourself a bit further, we're just going to pulse for 6. That's 3, 2, 1, and take that leg back down, roll back down the spine, and then hug the knees to the chest, and just rock from side to side. And then we get to do the other leg. So when we are ready, feet back down, we're taking it back up into that glute bridge, still rolling up the spine, one vertebra at a time, and then extend that leg. Take it in line with the knee, and back up. Deep breaths. Good. Like I said, there's always the option to take it back into your double leg glute bridge. If you want to push yourself a bit farther, we're just going into our pulses. Keep breathing, driving up, and return that leg back down, roll back down the spine. Take those knees to the chest again, and just rock from side to side. Legs back up into that tabletop, hands by the side, lifting up, and we pulse. Inhale, and exhale. And inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Last 10 seconds. And relax back down. Hug those knees to the chest. And rock from side to side. Hugging one knee to the chest, lifting the head, neck and shoulders off. We're just going to switch. Exhale, really pull this knee towards the chest so we've got a nice hip flexor stretch. And we're also lengthening the other leg away from the body. We're going to do the same with straight legs. So if you just hug behind the back of the knee, if you've got tight hamstrings, don't worry if there's a slight bend in the knee. Keep breathing. And if you want to challenge yourself a bit more for the last 6, I just want to take the palms up to the ceiling. Keep breathing. Last 2. Last 1. And then hug those knees to the chest, relax the head down, and just rock from side to side. Stretch the arms and legs away from each other. Really stretch out those abdominals, and then we're going to roll onto our stomachs. That was not very graceful. And then we want our hands underneath our face in a nice V shape here. We're going to keep our feet down, our glutes engaged, our stomach muscles drawn in, and we're just going to press up just till we feel our lower back muscles start to engage. A nice long neck, and then nice and slowly back down. Good, lifting up. And down. Just working into those lower back muscles. Last one here. And control back down. Take the legs just a little bit wider than hip width apart and extend the arms down. Keep the neck nice and long. We're just going to lift opposite arms and legs up. So we come up and down. Other side. Good, really lengthen the arms and legs away from each other. Making sure to breathe, keep the neck nice and long. Now lift both arms and legs off, and we're just going to paddle so it looks like we're going swimming. Again, keep that neck nice and long. Keep the arms extended nice and long. Breathe. Last 3, 2, 1, and relax down. Bring those arms next to the chest, lifting up into a nice back bend, and then send the bum back to the heels. Keep the knees nice and wide, so we're just sinking into the hips, and walk those hands forward. Deep breath, and exhale. And then we're coming up onto our hands and knees. So we want our hands directly underneath our shoulders and our knees directly underneath our hips. And we've got a really nice flat back, and we're going to go into some Superman. So we're extending opposite arm and leg. The aim is to keep those hip bones facing the mat. And then control it back in. Good, and the other side. Lengthen. And back in. Good. Really squeezing those core muscles. Making sure we're still keeping our breath. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to add some core. So when we extend, I want you to drive the opposite elbow to the opposite knee. Round that spine, extend nice and long, and then control it back in. Over to the other side. Extend, keep those hip bones facing the mat, round, hug the elbow to the knee. And back down. One more each side. Inhale as we draw in. Exhale to lengthen. Last one. And draw back in. Tuck the toes under. We're just going to lift the knees off the mat. Press the floor away and squeeze those core muscles. Inhale and exhale. And from here, I just want you to kiss the floor with your knees and bring them straight back up. Good, we've got 8 more. Last 6. Last 4. 3. 2. Last one. And drop the knees. Just take the knees as wide as the mat again. Send the bum back to the heels. And just walk those hands forward. Big inhale. And exhale. And then we are coming back. We're going to go down onto our forearms and step it back into a plank. And we're going to get into our oblique muscles. So I want you to step back into that plank. And we're going to dip the hips down to one side. Lift up and over. Push the floor away. Bring that hip down. Really squeeze the core muscles. Good. Lifting up. Good, we've got one more each side, stay with me. Last one. And then back through the centre, gently drop the knees. And again, send the bum back to the hips. And just walk the hands forward. I want you to walk the hands over to one side. Stretch out that side of the body. And then back through the centre. Over to the other side. And then back through the centre. Coming back up onto all fours. We're just going to lift that knee up. Tuck that pelvis under. Squeeze this glute. Getting into our hip flexor, just slightly press forward. Take the hands down, press up into that nice lunge position. Arm up towards the ceiling. We're going to step it back into a plank and then bring that left leg towards the left arm. Might need to adjust yourself slightly. Rotate up towards the ceiling and press the hands back down. We're going to step it back into a nice downward dog. Few foot pedals here. And then slowly start to walk the hands towards the feet. Drop the head. And then we're slowly rolling up the spine. One vertebra at a time. Take a big inhale and exhale. Give yourself a shake and well done. That is the end of today's Pilates session. I hope you enjoyed it and I will see you on the next one.